Best Buddies is dedicated to establishing a global volunteer movement that creates opportunities for one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, and inclusive living for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
I met Nikki at a time when the whole world was shutting down and the pandemic was happening. And she came into my life when I just needed someone, and I didn't even know I needed them.
I learned about Best Buddies. I didn't actually even know anything about it prior to the pandemic. I actually only learned about Best Buddies in 2020. When I learned about Best Buddies, I was like, what's different about Best Buddies? Because to me, I was always the one going, oh, I have to go and find the friendships? Oh, it's not just going to happen? Ooh, one-on-one friendships?
We've learned a lot from each other.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You teach me just as much as I teach you.
Yes, I'll make sure that you drive, okay?
What's the saying? We're more alike than different.
Oh, yes.
Nikki was involved in helping with the activities, and some other buddies were involved with PR. So they were a part of the
project. They were part of
making sure
the local Best Buddies. They were like, oh, I feel such a part of something. And it was so great. Mm-hmm. Because in everyday life, you won't hear that. You won't hear like, oh, I'm just getting up doing the same schedule again. But when they are a part of Best Buddies, they just feel like they're human. I mean, we're all human, but there's a very unique thing when somebody can understand that without reminding them that they have differences. Because the doctors, their parents, their personal support people unintentionally or intentionally remind them of that every day. And sometimes even the well-meaning friends remind them of that every day. So sometimes when they turn to an organization like Best Buddies, they're like, oh, I'm not going to be reminded of why I look so different. Because we're going to be in the same level.
Yeah.
So that's another unique thing about Best Buddies, especially our local chapter. But I was going to have to teach her about advocacy. And I am, and I have, and I will continue to do that. But I didn't realize that she was going to be with me while I did it, because all my life, in my adult years even, I was like, oh, you'll have to do it on your own. So it's nice to have a buddy with me to do it. So it's been interesting
and then
challenging.
It's nice to learn from each other about the different life struggles we go through. They may be a little different sometimes, but we learn how to navigate together.
And we also have, at least you and I have, in our friendship, we have learned that some of our struggles are some of the same.
And what do we always say?
We'll get through it together. Or here we go again.
Here we go again.